hey, Patreon, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. Move that out of the way. First and foremost, thank you. Like, because of the things you guys do, it's allowed us to do exactly what we're doing, which is right now we're in our reptile cabin with a scaleless Western Diamondback Rattlesnake, both things that wouldn't have happened without you. So I want to say thanks. On top of that, one of the things we're going to do is we have a new cage coming. I can't wait to show it to you when it gets here. It's been a little bit delayed because they decided to customize it for us. It's coming from TGR, and what it's going to be is a sliding glass cage. That's what I talked about. We're going to have nicer cages in here. They actually use their CAD machine to put our emblem on the back of it. So instead of saying TGR, it's going to actually say Olympus Reptiles, which is pretty badass. With that, my plan is, because with the sponsorship and we build up ability to get stuff from them, we're going to probably end up with several of those cages in here. So this room we're setting in now, Sobek, I haven't exactly decided where we're going to build his cage, kind of go back and forth on location. But you're going to end up with probably 6 or 8 cool display cages plus Sobek here. And what we're going to do with that is when we get those in, we get those all set up, and people come stay or you come visit, whether you're just driving through and you want to stop by and visit and see the place, or you're coming to stay for the weekend and we're going to be in here working and hanging out, and everything else, what's in those displays will rotate. So we have the zoo that's opening, right? And the zoo is owned by the shop. And so a lot of these things, like we bought this, but it'll spend time at the zoo too on display. But we have our 3 red Western Diamondbacks. We have our own timber. We have, and then we own part of all the rest of the venomous stuff that's there as well. So what you'll see is different things coming in and out of here to be on display for you guys when you come, and truth be told, for me to hang out with when I'm here, because, well, they kind of make me happy. So it'll be really cool as those rotate around. There'll be like a really neat area, and this will be like our own little private and your private reptarium. And as far as I'm concerned, yes, people will win the right to stay a weekend here, things like that. And if you're ever driving through, or you're ever coming around, or you're live close by, hit me up. If you want to come see this place, it's here and it exists because of you. I'd be more than happy to show it to you and show you the animals that we keep in it. Anything else you want to add, Kurt?
Not really.
You want to come get really close to this guy? Something really cool. Oh, you got Zoom. Something really cool if you look on these guys, because on ball pythons, they say the heat pits are gone. But on these guys, if you look, the heat pits still exist because the pits on a pit viper are so enormous that even when the scales are removed, you can still see the actual pit showing up. They're not as prominent. They don't look as prominent as the scales. But if you look right there, there they are. And as you can see, this one's pretty tame. We're not getting angry right now. He was a little cool on the trip. It's 20 degrees outside. But he is starting to kind of warm up. And they do, when you say scaleless on these, it's more of a scale reduction. So parts of them do actually have some scales, but from his head all the way back to about 2/3 of his body is completely scale free. And there's going to be a small strip on the back that will have some minor scalation. So really neat animal. Erin, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I just want to tell Patreon thank you, because not only do you make this possible for Matt with his passion for snakes and then also for breeding, but you also make it possible to get these venomous reptiles out of my house.
Yeah,
and
that's going to be the next video.
I know, but I still want to tell Patreon thank you.
Yeah.
Because it is something that Matt told me from the get-go. If he could move them somewhere else that would be more secure, he would do that.
I also told him I only have one.
And he would only have one, and we've had 2 for quite a while. And I've been very understanding, but I really appreciate the fact that the potential of having a home back without venomous reptiles and a crocodile does excite me.
I would bet it does.
So thank you, Patreon, because that's all possible because of you. And it might be a little thing, but to me it's a big thing.
Yep. All right, guys, the She Foreshadow we're about to film next, which is we're going to try to move over the other venomous snakes to here and start getting animals in this display room and going from there. So thank you guys so much. See you next week.